Okay, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Har Kakodash. Double honors to the Apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim who are tuning into these videos. Alright, so this is going to be another, Mark of the Beast video. And the topic in this article right here doesn't really speak on the RFID microchip, but nonetheless, it's a thing that leads to the RFID chip. Alright, so this article was posted, August 24th, 2019, year Karagma. It says, many of Miami's immigrants wear ankle monitors. Will technology betray them? Alright, so I'm just going to read a little bit of this article. Alright, it says, with an apparent increase in the number of raids resulting in immigrant apprehension, the ankle monitors are raising concerns that GPS technology could be used to target the population. Because right now, they put these ankle monitors to put onto illegal immigrants, so they can track their moves, so they don't have to be sent to a concentration camp. Because the whole conception or the misconception is that all of these immigrants are drug dealers, gangsters, this and that. But in this article, it's a woman. It says right here, Emeli, a Honduran woman who illegally crossed the U.S.-Mexican border in early May, was among them. So she's not, well, I can't, say exactly, but most likely she wasn't smuggling drugs. She just came over here for a so-called better life, more opportunities. Alright, it says, for immigrants, the use of electronic monitoring devices, which are otherwise reserved for criminal parolees, started in 2002 and really picked up over the course of the last 5 years. Yeah, so because this thing where they put ankle monitors onto illegal immigrants, it's new. It's not new. They've been doing this ever since 2002. And it says, those who have to wear them say they spend hours next to outlets to make sure that devices are charged. Otherwise, they make sounds. With the monitors also come physical discomfort and sometimes even outright pain. It says right here, it says, today they are actually taking my monitor off. The Emeli lady from Honduras. It says, she said, letting out a laugh, she got a call the previous evening with the news that she'll be switching into a different alternative to detention or ATD program. Because at one point, they an illegal immigrant was thrown in jail, to fix the so-called problem. And this is the elites doing order out of chaos, because they present pretty much a problem to the public, and then they're the ones who present the alleviation to that problem, order out of chaos. Because this chip, it was an alleviation to one thing, but even this thing had its loose screws, so now they got an even better solution to it. I'm gonna read what that solution is. It says, instead of wearing a GPS monitor, she'll now have to use a smartphone app called SmartLink, which uses facial recognition to confirm identity as well as location monitoring. That seemed like an improvement. It says, they're going to take this thing off. I am going to be free again, Emeli said. I have told my sister this. I said, when they take this monitor off me, I'm going to run in the streets and scream that I am free. If only she knew how things really were. And it's because they got this phone app now, because everything's on your phone now. But then eventually, everything is going to be on that RFID microchip. Alright, so I'm gonna read a few precepts, and I'm gonna read a little bit more on a different article. Alright, so this is Psalms 83, and I'm gonna start at the top. It says, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So it's one of the things that they're trying to do with this RFID microchip, and everything else that leads to it. Because one, they're cutting this person from living amongst their people, because the Honduran people, they've been here on this side of the world, longer than everybody else. Yet, the Red Hebrew Edomite, he's dictating where they need to go, or where they're not allowed to go. And another thing too with this precept is when you take that RFID microchip, you're breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. Because you're not supposed to cut your flesh. All right, so this is Revelation 16 and 14. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, and these devices, they're pretty much modern day miracles. Because a knucklehead, a simpleton, they'll say that this isn't a miracle. This isn't like some magic wizard stuff, no witchcraft thing, but it actually is. Because these people who are saying that, they can't go in their backyard and make this themselves, unless they're a so-called wizard working on this miracle, a so-called scientist working on this development of a device, that tracks your every step. And this whole like alleviating the problem with it with putting it all on the smartphone app. It's all doing the same thing as the ankle monitor. It's just it's not on the outside. All right, so it says, "For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of the Yahweh power, or of that great day of the Heavenly Father Almighty." All right, so I'm gonna read this article, because there's a notion out there that that this all started once Donald Trump became president. Once he was saying that he was gonna build a wall, this and that. That this is when so-called Mexicans and all down from that part of the world, the southern hemisphere, that's when they started cracking down, so to speak. But in reality, the main person that was cracking down on the northern kingdom, which are the so-called Latinos, that are actually Hebrew Israelites. It was this devil right here. It was Barack Obama. Or it says, this article was posted on the 15th, 2019 year of Charagma, same month. And it says, how immigration prosecutions helped ICE pad Obama's criminal deportee statistics. All right, and this article pretty much just shows you how these devils lie. Whether they be like of a different nation, because Obama's a Hamite. All right, so I'm going to read the article. It says, throughout Barack Obama's presidency, he justified the record number of deportations carried out by immigration and customs enforcement by pointing to the high number of criminal deported. And it says right here, he justified the record number of deportations. And I guarantee you, still out there, you have a simpleton pretty much that they think that Barack Obama was for the so-called Mexican people. Yet he was the number one guy deporting people. And it says, we're going to keep focusing enforcement's resources on actual threats to our security, Obama said in a 2014 speech announcing executive action to shield parents of U.S. citizens from deportation. Felons, not families. Criminals, not children. Gang members, not a mom who's working hard to provide for her kids. And this is how this devil was saying it pretty much, word by word, because that was quoted from Barack Obama in his speech. But then just to show how these devils just, have a smooth tongue, and once you turn your back, they're just going to be free to stab you. All this that he said in this paragraph was just a big lie. It says, by Obama's last year in office, publicly released data showed that 58% of deportees had a criminal conviction, meaning these are illegal immigrants who did something illegal, whether it be traffic violation or like drug related, gang related, so be it. It says more than 99% of deportees met one of the agency's removal priorities. But the data obtained this month by Huffington Post through a Freedom of Information Act request reveals that most serious crimes committed by more than half of the immigrants arrested at the border and tagged as criminal deportees during Obama's second term was entering the country without authorization, meaning that the only crime that they did was hopping the border. In other words, the difference between those slapped with a criminal immigration offense and those with a clean record was that the Justice Department chose to prosecute them simply for crossing the border. Yeah, so it's just to bring it up again. How it was just a blatant lie. How he says he's not gonna arrest moms, he's not gonna arrest Emily. She's scratching her ankle monitor because it's too itchy and she can't get back to work. If you read the article, it goes into it how she didn't like wearing that ankle monitor because it was hard to continue working here with it. But it just goes to show you how these devils how they operate. They'll say one thing, but then they'll do the complete opposite. It says these were freshly minted criminals. They weren't committing crimes in the United States. It says while convicts made up nearly half of those deported from the border region from 2013 to 2016, the data makes it clear that there weren't hordes of violent criminals. Traffic violations accounted for the second highest number of criminal convictions for border deportees. In a traffic violation, that's not really a criminal offense. Like the guy was probably speeding or slowing down. He probably just didn't know, the rules of the road, so to speak. No one died. No one got injured. It was just the cop was, trying to look good at for his promotion. All right, so but not to give too much credit to Barack Obama, is this is a thing that's been happening ever since pretty much the foundation of America, because it doesn't matter what demon is president and they're enacting these wicked deeds. And so this is a clip of George Bush speaking about order out of chaos.
You're free, and freedom is beautiful. And, it'll take time to restore chaos and order, but order out of chaos, but we will.
Yeah, and that's how these elites operate. Because it's order out of chaos. This whole, like you're sitting there at work, and the topic comes up about immigration or Donald Trump and the wall or whatever, and so pretty much the how the thought process is you have a problem, you have people jumping the border. Whether some people say that that's a problem or not, ultimately it's not a problem. So this is just people coming into America to work. How's that a problem? But the problem arises because of the created structure of America, where you need to come here and need to have a birth certificate, social security. You pretty much have to sign your name in blood so that you can work here for the devil. And then so when you present these problems, you gotta have solutions. Order out of chaos. Pretty much all these things, they're leading to the RFID chip being injected. Because this phone app that Emeli was talking about, that's just like a band-aid, pretty much for this problem, because the main solution for this problem is so that all these people, not just illegal immigrants, all the people get microchipped, so that all that information is inside of them. So it doesn't matter wherever you're at in the world, you're going to be tracked. Wherever you're at in the world, you can use your money. You're part of their new world order system. All right, so I'm gonna bring out Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And right here, because I said in another video, John the Revelator pretty much saw people lined up, and they were getting the charagma, and I'm going to the word right now. All right, so I'm just getting the picture ready. So it's the Greek word there is charagma, and the word pretty much means a stamp, an imprinted mark. And then if you go to Slovakia, if you go to the root word, the etymology of this one, it's harax, which means a pale or stake, a palisade. So pretty much, when John the Revelator, he saw this vision and he saw these people lined up, whether it was in front of a casino so that everyone can go play at the casino, or it was the Mexican American border so that everyone can go to the casino, that is Babylon. All these people were lined up, and in order to participate in the society, is you needed to have this RFID microchip, because all the essential credentials, all all the like access to be able to function in the society. Once they push out this chip, is it's all going to be put on this chip. There's not going to be no loose ends. Like Lupe, it's possible you can pay with your phone, like how they have those new apps where you can pay via your phone and stuff. But that's not going to be enough. Like pretty much, they have to hire a person so that they can look through all those pictures. Because it says Lupe was doing facial recognition, this and that. That's too much manpower. Really, the solution for that is just to put a chip in them, have all their information inside of it. So why waste all that manpower, all that time, all that server room, air conditioning, all that, because it's a lot that goes into this. Like all these order out of chaos, this chaos, this manufactured chaos. There's a lot that goes into it, and pretty much all to alleviate all of that. This is just to alleviate that manufactured chaos is this RFID microchip, because it's going to have all your money information, all your credentials, all your biometrics, all your passports. So if you like say you're not allowed to go to a certain place, the place is going to know that you're not allowed to go there. Speaking on the grapho pretty much mostly, but the charagma is the mark. Jumping to the Karax, which is the palisade. The stake is pretty much what John the Revelator saw. Like if you were to go back in time and explain to so to speak a caveman what a plane is. You couldn't really describe it to him, only to your best of your ability. Explain to it to what he knows. Plane, bird, and then like horse to ride onto. But in this thing, I'm talking about the RFID microchip to John the Revelator, because he doesn't know all about this. He just knew that they're receiving a mark, a charagma via the Karax, and it had all this information that they people use to buy and sell. All right, so then this is a precept right here, because why are the Red Hebrew Edomites, the wicked elite, why are they doing these things? Because at this moment, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24, and then also is because of the blessings that Esau gave, and pretty much he's got the fatness of the earth. So right now he's in charge of the world, but eventually he's going to give that kingship to his brother Jacob, as said by their father Isaac. But all these things, with the RFID chip being able to track you, control your money, this and that, your access points. That's because the Red Hebrew Edomite, he wants to be like the Most High, because he knows that his blessing is a low level blessing. Like it's not that much, because the kingdom is infinite. You know, the kingdom of heaven is forever, but the Red Hebrew Edomite's reign, that's numbered. Within 1 hour it's going to fall. All right, so I'm going to read this in Isaiah 14, starting at 12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" And this word Lucifer means light bearer. Because right now Esau is the light bearer, because he's in charge of the world. Like he's the Illuminati, so to speak, because that's all what that word means. And so verse 13 says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north." And that's what you see what the wicked elites are doing right now. Verse 14 says, "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit." It's pretty much saying, when his belly is about to be filled, this is when he gets put down to those sides of the pit. When he gets nuked, when he gets put into slavery, and then eventually he'll get exterminated off the face of the universe. All right, so adding on to this whole, because all this order out of the chaos thing about people not being able to enter into a city, and then having this device which is going to lead to the RFID chip, all this is prophecy. It was written in these scriptures. In the spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Now, so I'm gonna read this in Second Ezra 15. And I'm gonna start at 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and the swords in their hands." This is pretty much talking about many things, specifically about like the race riots, and the World War III that's going to happen. I'm gonna play this clip too, just to give you a visual representation of how it's gonna go down. Well, how pretty much how like the blood is boiling. All right, so verse 16 it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power." Oh, suck, it's right here. And then this precept right here is verse 17. "A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able." And we see this right here with the ankle monitor, and then the eventual, phone monitor, and then leading up to the RFID microchip. People aren't going to be able to go in and out unless the red Hebrew Edomite gives you the stamp of approval. And then going into like on verse 15, or so like in verse 16, it says there's going to be sedition among men. Pretty much you see this right now with the Edomites and Jacob. Like the whole story is about Jacob versus Esau. As soon as you play a little bit of this clip. Yeah, and they're proud too. You see this ugly demon right here. All right, so I had this precept. I just forgot to move it over here. But this precept was going into like how the red Hebrew Edomites, how they're trying to be like the Most High, because like one thing with this RFID chip, how they control everything, it's also going to track you. And right here in Proverbs 20 and 24, it says, the man's goings are of the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. How can a man then understand his own way? And, it says right here in the NLT and the ESV, it says, "The Lord directs our steps. A man's steps are from the Lord." Because that's just one of those, one of his, like how it said right here in Revelation 16:14, "For they are the spirit of devils working miracles." With that RFID microchip, they can work that miracle so that they can track you, so that they can be like the Most High. Yeah, so that's pretty much the end of this video. Hopefully it was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Harakakodash, and Shalom Makim.